welcome back, everybody, to week 2 of the Pro Chess League. It is Grandmaster Mona Hamilton, joined by Grandmaster Yasser Serwan. Yasser, it's great to have you back for this match against Argentina this week.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
We've got a similar lineup, so we're starting off. Of course, we got Grandmaster Alexander Grischuk. Board 1, we've got Grandmaster Ivan Saric returning to play again this week. We've got the debut of Grandmaster Aryan Tari for the
Very nice.
Canada Chessbrahs on board 3, and then we've got Eric Hansen as always there on board 4. So that's our roster for this week.
It's tough on Tari, of course, to replace Faruja. I mean, big footsteps there for sure. And how about the opposition? We're up against Argentina. How good are they?
Yeah, the thing with Argentina is, as I was mentioning, it's a team that's really been in the Pro Chess League for a long time. I think they have Diego Flores, so Argentina Grandmaster, Alain Pichot,
Right.
also Argentinian Grandmaster, Federico Perez Ponza, Argentinian Grandmasters, and then on board 4 they have this Martin Bittelmacher.
Trickster on board 4. Okay, well, very good. Wow, lots of stuff has happened in this game.
I believe
I
we have
just
an
have to
exchange here.
exchange sacrifice for one pawn.
Yes, and where did that happen exactly? I guess it was for that dark square bishop. Yeah,
Okay,
and he just that was a very voluntary sack.
for sure. Okay. Um,
There's going
right.
to be a tactic here for sure.
It
I,
feels like a attack. Yeah, that
this
was an
this
old
winning,
line of Duncan Suttles. You could crack them with a tactic, and that's one.
I think this is the win. Just on the board. We'll see if Grischuk finds that or finds something similar. Okay, Bishop C8 played. I'm really surprised he wasn't looking for the killer blow there, especially with 4 minutes. But
That is a shocking miss
yeah,
because
that should be.
it's so visual.
I'm going to check in with Tari because we talked about this game exploding, and it did exactly that. E5 was
Hey.
played, knight b5, and just very materialistic. Aryan going for the rook on a8. I can't say that would ever really occur to me. That's just
Well,
it's just not how you normally. Usually the chaos can benefit black a lot. The counterplay.
right.
So this position, Bishop C3 is the last move. Grischuk won his game. We just saw that one. We left it. We knew that something was going wrong there. So Grischuk came away with a
Exactly.
victory already, but we'll get to
Very
that
nice.
afterwards. Bishop D5 played. Also, I want to say, Gasser, quickly that Eric has won. Well, he's up a piece somehow at the end of all that, and that H pawn running. I guess we could say this one should also be definitely winning for white. So.
Exactly. You can chalk
We'll
this
have
one up
time to
for
sort of
sure.
catch up on the games afterwards, but we'll
Okay.
stick with the games that are still going. Ivan Šarić is in a very tough looking position. What the heck's going on here?
I kind of feel like the worst is past.
Queen C7.
Whoa, Queen sees. Didn't see that. I thought he was going to play knight to see. Oh my
He's
goodness, what a
bailing out here. Queen takes D5. He wants the B pawn and then to just play
he
that
is
position.
bailing out. That's exactly what he's done. Is he said, I can draw
Yeah, for sure draw.
rook and three pawns versus two minors and two pawns
Sure.
with everybody on the same side of the board.
Eric won his game in the background. I'm jumping over to Aryan's game because it looks like it has simplified. I want to say in our favor. Look at this.
Whoa, what was that? Rook f2? Yeah, that's a resigns. Queen
Yeah,
f7
that's
check.
over. There we That's a third win. We're going to take that and a draw over there in Ivan
Wow,
Šarić's games. What went from bad
that's
to worse for Diego Flores in this one was just a simple puzzle rush tactic, Yasser.
uh-oh.
Oops.
Ooh! Oh!
And he was able to get his knight out. And yeah, once you start collecting pawns over there, you're able to mobilize the H pawn, and that's basically going to be the winner.
Yeah. Well, nice with nice finishing tactic as well.
The other game was Grischuk. I'm just curious what tactics he may have used to finish off that game because we were spotting some even back here, but we knew that even if he wasn't finding a tactic on one move, there's going to be something there on the next one. So
Mhm.
um, There we go. Knight takes c3, just undermining that knight, and a desperado attempt with knight takes c6, but unfortunately everything starts to fall, and just a nice little finish there with rook e1 to claim the victory.
Right.
So yeah, so that is a 3.5 to half result in round 1 here for the Chessbrahs. This has really turned around. Like that knight was fianchettoed on g2, the d6 pawn was protected, and you talk about burning bridges. Black's just got to continue in the same way with this all-in
Exactly.
approach. Now there's really no question. Yeah, and he sacrificed that. I personally I see that move and I like it just offhand because maybe there's even a tactical follow up to it. But even if there wasn't, just a move like knight e6 or something and just playing the position, you feel like you got this c pawn coming in and you've eliminated all threats to your kings. Just in the background, Aryan Tari, basically his game that we had looked at didn't really go anywhere. They agreed to a draw.
I was about to say, just be careful about not walking into some rook. Tricks like those that you're just putting on the board.
There is
But
h7
I'm
mate,
sure.
so Black's got to act very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's a win there for Grischuk. We're gonna jump to Eric's game. Here we go. Eric just, as you said, liquidating everything in the center. 2 knights apiece. Definitely doesn't look like anything dangerous is happening. And actually, Eric just offered a draw, so we'll see how Pichot reacts to that.
Yeah, I think that's an easy decision for White to make because there's just no advantage whatsoever here for White. And what? I see White has missing a piece.
Queen f5 was played, and he probably just didn't fully calculate maybe the ramifications of that knight needing to be defended at all times.
Wow, it's over. I mean, it's an extra piece for Black. Well, okay, Erica has really maneuvered nicely. We're not absolutely sure that the times are 100% accurate. What the hell was that?
That's a piece.
No way.
That's a piece.
No. Holy smokes. How do you... No. Oh.
And I think the other thing is that once you blunder it, coming back it's just so hard. So even if the position is, let's say, equal after that, it doesn't feel equal. It feels lost to you.
Yeah. Oh, he's got knight h3. Oh my gosh, he's better. Rook takes g5.
Oh my goodness, he's better. Is he gonna do it? I like a5 and rook c5, b4, c3. I'm a fan.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. Here we go.
I can understand why you would be a fan of that. I just love. Okay, but this is good. This is very good.
Now we can go just bring the king, and it's just you can play the pawn
f5. Yeah, should be an easy win. Okay, he didn't want to allow rook f1 check.
Correct.
In case he wants. Okay,
there we go. Don't pre-move now. G6 is coming in.
Can you pre-move in the pro league? I guess. Not what we would call sterling technique, but we'll take the point. This rook on a7, I find, just too offensive. I don't want that rook to make himself comfortable on the a7 square. I have to just interrupt. Queen b8 was a massive blunder.
Yes.
Queen f6 resigns.
Queen f6 resigns, says Yasser.
Knight g5 check is on tap. Ooh.
Queen takes a7. Knight g5. And if king h6, check.
Yes.
And mate in the corner.
Correct.
And if king here...
It's the old pocket mate. The billiard pocket mate in the corner.
Ooh, not played.
No, this is not clean. Okay, I think Ivan is preparing queen h7 check and knight takes f7 and knight g5 with more ideas like
go
that.
For it. Takes knight g5. If king f8, knight e6. If king e7, then g7 hangs. And king f6, I was looking at queen h4.
Right, but is that...
There's knight e6 as well, but I was wondering about this one.
Hmm. Queen h8.
Mm-hmm. I'm not
Um,
quite getting it.
well, the worst part about this from Black's point of view, he's got no time on the clock. I think Ivan planning knight e6 just
Yeah, there's g5, but the king goes back there. But what happens after queen h8? I mean, there's nothing here, right?
wow, there's absolutely nothing there. Like definite miss. He's gonna play knight c7 and hope to lasso an extra pawn, but
Ugh.
no, he's a piece down. I mean, yakadoo. Ooh, that was not. Oh, Black had to play king e7, knight takes e4.
Wow,
Maybe
that's
Ivan's in there with a shout.
that's incredible. What a miss there.
King g2 to g3 and f2, f4. Maybe White will be able
Yeah.
to save himself.
Save
Yeah, I
himself,
think
go
that
for a
this is
win,
some,
Yasser.
yeah,
F4, yeah.
some positional draw for sure.
Oh, I think White's playing for win, maybe. Oh, he offered a draw.
Okay, that was bizarre.
The score right now, Yasser is six and a
Yes.
half to 1.5. So we had two draws. I guess it was
Okay.
in that one. I just want to jump to Aryan's game because we didn't even get to it and it's already over. Um, he's
Well, let's
he's
have a
he's
look.
got a win in this
Oops, that looks like
position.
a queen trap.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just a cute finish here. Knight d5. He sort of temporarily sacks this pawn for what looks like a nice initiative, two bishops. But okay, it is still a pawn. But the thing is that queen c3 sort of runs in a knight a2, and then queen a6. He plays knight a6, and of course the knight is loose here on queen a3, and queen
Right?
a7 is just really funny. Rook a8. Suddenly your queen's trapped. So Aryan is going to take that win and trap the queen. And wow, look at that. That's one of the fastest games that we've had from any round almost. What the heck happened here?
Oh my goodness.
Rook e8, rook b8, threatening rook takes d8, and just completely overlooked by Pichot with f6. Look at that. And Grischuk did the mic
Oh,
drop. He took that bishop, he saw the resignation, and he just left. It is a win for Grischuk and therefore a match victory for us. We have 8.5 points.
yes. Well, I must
D6.
say the move d6, d5 certainly provokes
Sure.
it, doesn't it? I mean,
I
it's
mean,
like,
you're looking at this and you're opening it up for him.
I mean, there's a king, right in the center, and
C4 kicks him out and quickly and energetically followed up by F5.
oh, I love it. I love the move f5 for all the reasons that you just kind of outlined there. The body count is we have two minor pieces for the rook,
Yep.
isn't
And
it?
and it was
There.
queen takes F6. Look at that move there.
Whoops.
Sweet little tactics.
Tactics. Nice.
Takes queen d5, knight b6, and he's leaving the queen hanging again. I mean, what a wild game. It's
Oh my goodness. Just looks like Saric is so. I mean, just two pieces up. What am I missing?
Yeah, barring queen
Yeah.
g2 mate, I think we're good.
Yeah. Correct.
Bishop
Bishop
g5.
g5 looks like a good finish
Yep.
there.
There's you can't win without any material, that's for sure. Yeah, there we go. Ivan, nice to see him back on the board.
Uh-oh. Eric's in
He
trouble.
he sees it too. That after king h7, rook h4, he's shaking his head there. He knows that a7 rook is
Ooh.
hanging, and wow, missed. His opponent missed that. That would have just been KO because queen b8, king f7. Of course, you're never surviving in the wide open board there.
No, no. Oh boy.
Eric trying to hold a admittedly tough endgame, but if he can trade b for a, I mean, we're drawing that endgame for sure. It's not anything, right? One pawn is the easiest form of a draw in a rook endgame. So Eric's
Exactly.
done a great job. I always am very I give extra points to anyone defending those rook endgames. They should be easy, but when the pressure's on, the time is ticking. It's still very impressive to see it done. Just pointing out for the team there, that puts us all the way up to 10 points. So it's 10-2. Let's check out Ivan
Surprise.
Šarić here. I have seen
Wow.
this line before, but
without further ado, let's get to an endgame.
Let me present the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Wow.
rook b8, rook a2, bishop c1. And is it by some like strange sequence of events that black actually is just better here? So let's see
Right.
what happened. King d1, rook b2, takes. No, this is just this is just really good for Sarich. Black can make a pass pawn here and love that move. Rook e7. He just wants f5, e4, e3. You know, bishop sits there, beautifully defending both pawns. But yeah, he won. He won by resignation. That's how bad it was, guys. So if anyone was looking at that, going, "Hey, opposite bishops," you know, chances. No, this is a grandmaster playing white, and he just resigned.
Tari, it looks like, well,
Are we down a
an
pawn?
open, yeah, an open Sicilian where I don't see a, he lost a c4 pawn.
Yes.
Okay.
Knight
So
g4, maybe just an oversight there. Must have been.
nice, nice. By the way, Tari is, I mean, his pieces are taking up quantum squares.
Some real
The
estate.
knight on f5, the knight on e4, the rook on c6, the queen on h5. I mean, Tari blundered, sacrificed a pawn, got outplayed, what have you.
And then look what
But ever
happened.
since, like the tide is turning here in White's favor. Overwhelming attack for White here.
There, he's just gonna collect the material, take on e4. Aryan just, no risks. You got 2 seconds increment, and there's just
Sure.
no issues here, barring blundering bishop d4 or something.
Exactly. Just don't want to. You don't want to hang a rook.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean,
Awesome. Look at that. A win for Tari. Checking in with Eric's position, because this is Eric playing a lot more, to his tune. Just
exactly.
simple chess, developing. He's trading the light square bishops and looking to keep the dark square bishops on the board based on the space advantage and the pressure that, if we look at the development after queen b5, he's able to put so much pressure on the pawns here. So I think you're looking forward to an endgame, Yasser. That could be really good for white. And this is Eric just slowly slithering his way into those light squares. No doubt this is going to be a very good endgame for him. We'll see how this develops, but extremely comfortable final round game here. The rook can
Look at
swing
this
to the h
dominant
file.
bishop.
Yeah, this is really impressive progress. Bishop is so strong on d4, so I have Hansen as a huge favorite to win this game.
Yep. The one big difference I'm seeing is Black's king is actually playing an important role. He's about to play king e7, whereas White's king is not playing a role, and therefore White is in some ways like a piece down.
Yeah, somehow, I mean, and Grischuk's down to just less than a minute here. In the meantime, Yasser, I want to say that Eric won his game, so just that position was so strong, he must have just basically brought the rook down to h8 and in crushing fashion. So Eric comes away with a victory. Really good performance by Eric today, and but the way he's done it is super direct. He's saying, "Look, I'm winning your bishop, and as long as I have like a pawn or something left over, this should be winning for black."
F4.
Mm-hmm.
So that after that move, we have to play bishop. Well, we have to play bishop b3 because knight d5 is a winning threat.
That's right.
So okay, so now I think we're in time with king up.
So king d5 and knight e4 though can be played because king g4 is going nowhere, and f5 you have g5.
How about f5? Oh, sorry. And now what does White do for
f5, g5,
then
king
g5?
h5?
Yeah, that's what he's got to be playing for. F5. G5, king 8, what?
So now knight f6, now knight back to e4. He seems to be making some progress, right? Now knight d6.
Still not, it's still not. Wow, okay, knight d6, sorry.
There we go. Oh, so you got to play f5 here. Maybe f5 is a try, because does this really work? No, you just take in king e6 and knight f6.
Right, that's easy.
Winning. Wow.
Yeah.
This is really good stuff because knight h5 is in the position. Thanks for the pawn.
Yeah.
And is he going to play it out? No, he's not.
Uh,
Grischuk showing some super GM level stuff there at the end and pulling
Good,
out
good,
a
good.
victory from what looked like a sure draw. So that's a clean sweep in the final round, 4-0. Everybody won their final round game, and we finished the match 14 to 2, which was just an absolute annihilation. Tari certainly had a tremendous debut. I believe he finished with 3.5 out of 4, the same score that Faruja put up. I believe that nobody lost. Right? We had 4
We went
draws.
through undefeated.